report. So he's coming to give this report, what's happening in Mexico and South America. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As a member of the Mexican Society of Plastic Surgery, it's an honor for me to be here and talk to you. Thanks, Dr. Clemens, Dr. Santanelli, for this opportunity. For us, it means a lot. I work in a public university and in my private practice. I'm a member of a national system of research, and I don't have any conflict of interest or potential conflict of interest. Well, during the following minutes, I would like to talk about our experience with chronic seroma, our findings, and how we compare with other reports, and the actions that we have done to handle the situation in the population. First of all, I'm a member of a safety committee. As you know, we're exposed more than ever to social media, and things are different, new generations are coming, and it looks like plastic surgery is a very easy procedure with no complications, but the truth is different. In the last few years, we have seen an increase of deaths related mainly with liposuction. For this reason, the safety committee was created. We have decreased the deaths related with macroscopic fat embolism, and about breast implants, we have done a lot of activities. The way we work is with every month we have a session where we discuss the safety issues about many aspects of plastic surgery. We have created 2 meetings with anesthesiologists and nurses to face catastrophic events in plastic surgery, and we have dedicated important parts of our conference to this topic. About ILCL, at the beginning we didn't have any information in our country. All the information comes from different countries. Until 2016, we have the report of the first case in Mexico and Latin America, and 2 years ago we did a consensus with different members in the region of plastic surgery. As you know, breast implants is a very popular procedure, and we can say that 1 of every 3 patients around the world will get this surgery in Latin America. So, what we can do when we have a complicated case, not only with breast, I'm talking about autopsies, legal problems, cases that are complicated, we keep record of all these patients. In the case of breast implants, at the beginning we face the problem of the diagnosis. So we collect all data with the same group of pathologists that were trained by Dr. Miranda. And in case we have a positive case, we work with different specialists. This is one of the cases that we received. This case is from the beginning of the year. It comes from Monterrey, that is in the north part of our country. First, we keep record of this patient. This patient has been for breast implant macrotexture. I'm not going to tell the brand, for 10 years. And what we instruct in all cases is that any complicated case, mainly with patients, seek consultation to the association or our office to go with a certified plastic surgeon. At this moment, in the cases that we have with ILCL, we didn't find any other symptom besides the chronic seroma. And something important that we haven't discussed is what is in this case, in the case of chronic seroma, what will be the breast image study. We know that MRI, mammogram is really, really important, but I guess as a plastic surgeon, we need to be trained about doing the puncture by ultrasound. So the question will be, we are ready to learn new technologies and to use and adapt the ultrasound in our practice. What we have found in the case of chronic seroma is that not all the studies are important. What is really important is to work with a pathologist with experience, and I will talk about our findings about bacteria. For us, we have done an incredible study to try to get more cases of ILCL, but we haven't found more cases of ILCL. The most common is just chronic inflammation, and then chronic infection or reaction against silicone. So this is from all the cases that we receive with chronic seroma. This is the cases that we get with ILCL. I'm talking about the culture. 1/3 of patients with chronic seroma have a report of bacteria, mycobacteria, gram-negative, gram-positive. In the case of this patient, they come to us with a second sample with no important findings. So we suggest to the plastic surgeon in the north of the country to remove the capsule. So the patient went to the operating room, the capsule was removed, and after checking with 2 pathologists the sample, it was just chronic inflammation. We do recommend to the plastic surgeons in our country, in case that we have a persistent negative sample of seroma, to remove the breast implant and remove the capsule as well. But we don't know in future if these non-biocell cases will be biocell. And what we have seen is that reports are different across the world. I want to talk a little bit about a population in the south of the country. It's famous because they don't have cases of MS. That is a chronic degenerative disease of the neurological system. And as we know, we have an important number of patients with biocell, but we don't have the same number of cases. And our neighbor has an important number of cases. So why is the difference between 2 countries? So we decided to do a consensus with different members of plastic surgery representatives in South America to discuss what was the reason of this difference. And everybody knows what was the algorithm, what we call the critical path. But the truth is that not everybody was prepared to make diagnosis. So I'm happy to see that Colombia is here and Argentina has done an important work about the patients. That's important because, as I mentioned at the beginning, 1 of every 3 patients are getting breast implants in Latin America. At the beginning of this year, as other countries, we were really worried about what's happening. So things has changed in the last year. So we decided as a society to do 3 actions. First, work on the information, and in this way can create a call center and work with the authorities about doing national register. The other thing, as we're working with other societies of plastic or other societies of medicine, we know about cases of lymphoma in other type of prostheses. They are not reported in the literature. The city that I'm from, there are 2 cases of lymphoma with a hip replacement prosthesis. So that was interesting for us. And the other thing, we don't have factories of breast implants. So we want to collect the information about how the implants were done in the different factories. In July, as the rest of the world, we have seen this news and our authorities behaved in the same way. So we were facing fear from the patients, a lot of phone calls and visits in the office, and they were worried about having biocell. But the truth is that we don't have the same reports, even though we have done a lot about it. So how we're helping our patients? This is what we discuss with our authorities, is what is called the critical path. We make this information for all the health professionals. As well, we have to work with our authorities about information for the patients. And we are really worried about not making the right diagnosis. What I know is that advanced case is difficult to hide. So if we have an advanced case, we will see it. But we have other cases that we need just to report and know what's happening. So we know that there are cases of lymphoma with other prostheses, and we check in the literature what was happening. This is one report of a gastric band, and we find some reports in the vascular prostheses. When we visit the factories, we have the opportunity to talk to people that was involved in the same scenario in the countries, and they mentioned that, for example, in France, one of the actions that helps was the fact that was lymphoma in other prostheses. In this way, we can work better and have more information. So this is what we have seen in the literature. We know that there are some other cases that are not in the literature, maybe because the population that received hip replacement or endovascular prosthesis is different from a young patient that receives breast implant. Without doubt, it's something that we need to study, and we may believe that there are different things that we need to analyze to get the right diagnosis. So in the United States, there are basically two types of breast implants, but around the world, we have more companies, and for this reason, we know that it's the implant, the patient, or maybe the environment. All the breast implants are coming, the silicone, from the same place. And at least in the companies that we have checked, that I want to show you, this is part of the things that we're checking at the moment. We're analyzing the data. We missed one visit in one of the factories. From the 10 companies that distribute breast implant, and actually there is one company coming from China to Mexico, there is only one company that didn't accept to work with us. The rest of the company has been in our sessions. They allow us to give us more information and more data, and I hope next year I can have more information after we finish our last visit. Obviously, the environment of my country is different, and it will be nice to have you in Mexico. It's a very nice country that I love the most. But maybe our genetic is different. I have seen that there are multiple reasons why it is difficult to find the other type of breast cancer, or for example, colon cancer. There is a root, a genetic root well described, but in this case, we have missing information that is very important. What we know at this moment is that we are trying to do the very best for our patient, and at this moment, we don't have that information. So making a resume, what we recommend to the plastic surgeons in Mexico is that they cannot discharge from the consult their patients. So every patient that have a breast implant must be checked every year for a plastic surgeon. The other thing that we need to learn how to do the extraction of the fluid in there. We need to learn how to use the breast ultrasound. And in the countries that are small or they don't have the same number of cases, try to work with the same group of pathologists that can have interest. And in case of persistent chronic seroma, we do recommend to remove the capsule. And we have given instructions how to take the sample and how to study with the same group of pathologists. And I want to invite you to our next meeting in Mexico of plastic surgery, where we're going to talk about BioCell and findings about the visits of our factories. From a society, I want to invite you to our meeting.